Hi there, welcome to this in-depth video on Xylometazoline. This video will learn you everything you need to know, how and when to use Xylometazoline, the side effects, interactions, contraindication, if it's safe to use in pregnancy or in lactation. We will cover all that. I also made a shorter, more to the point video that also covers all the essentials. You can find that one in the description if you're interested in it. So let's get into it. First, a little disclaimer. This video is meant purely informational. This is not medical advice. And if you're looking for medical advice, always contact your own doctor. So, Xylometazoline is a generic name, but is also known under the brand name Otrivin. This medicine is available in nasal drops or in nasal spray. It's a sympathomimetic that binds to the alpha receptors, and you use it locally in your nostrils. And what it does is it binds there to the alpha receptors, and that causes vasoconstriction, and this leads to decongestion of your nasal mucosa. Of course, it makes sense then that the indication for use is congestion of the nasal mucosa itself, and that will relieve your complaints. So, when dealing with nasal congestion, it's a two-step treatment program. The first step always is sodium chloride drops to clean the nose. They are safe, effective, and have no side effects. The second step always is sympathomimetics, like xylometazoline. They work very effectively, but they can have side effects, so that's why they only used after saline drops are insufficient. When dealing with acute rhinosinusitis, you need to know that this will always heal itself. It's a self-limiting disease, and it's mostly caused by viral infections. But it can be necessary to start painkillers. Paracetamol is the drug of first choice. Then steaming can help. Saline drops, which I already said, so sodium chloride droplets in the nose to clean it can help. And lastly, very rarely antibiotics are necessary. This is when dealing with a bacterial inflammation or infection, and you have an indication when the patient is immunocompromised, or when he has a reduced resistance, or when there is fever for more than 5 days. So take that into consideration. Then how do you use it? Always recommend your patients to use one bottle only for themselves, because it's mostly a virus infection, and if you use the bottle and your family member uses the bottle, you spread the virus from one to another, and this is not what you want. So use your own bottle, blow your nose before you use Xylometazoline. This way it will be more easily for the medicine to spread and work more effectively. And if you use it, within a few minutes it will be working for up to 5 to 12 hours. How long can you use it? A maximum of 7 days. If you use it longer than that, it may harm your nasal mucosa, and it may even cause a rebound congestion. But I will talk a little bit more about that later. Regarding safety, it's perfectly safe to use while driving, perfectly safe to use with alcohol, and there are no restrictions regarding food. So it's very safe medicine. For the dose, in adults or children older than 12 years, you can use nose drops of 1 milligram per milliliter, 2 to 4 drops per nostril, and for the nose spray, 1 spray per nostril, up to 3 sprays a day if necessary, and wait between 8 to 10 hours between your doses. For children of 6 to 12 years, you use half of the dose, so 0.5 milligrams per milliliter, again 2 to 4 drops per nostril, or 1 to 2 sprays per nostril, up to 2 to 3 times a day, and wait at least 8 to 10 hours between your doses. Then for children of 2 to 6 years, you can use the same dose, but only use 1 to 2 drops per nostril, or 1 spray per nostril, up to 1 to 3 times a day, and again wait at least 8 to 10 hours between your doses. And for children from 3 months to 24 months, you use a 1/4 milligram per milliliter, 1 to 2 drops per nostril, or 1 spray per nostril, again up to 1 to 3 times a day, and wait at least 8 to 10 hours. So that are the dosages. Of course, Xylometazoline also has some side effects. Commonly, 1 to 10% of all patients, we see a burning sensation in the nose, some dryness of the nose, a headache or nauseousness. More rare, 1 to 0.1% shows epistaxis, which is nose bleedings, and rarely, very rarely, we see systemic effects like palpitation, hypertension, insomnia, some dizziness, tremor of the hands, and an allergic reaction. Furthermore, if you use it longer than 7 days, it may lead to habituation and to rebound congestion with some redness, swelling and rhinitis. So that's why we do not recommend to use it for more than 7 days. It will not work anymore and it will give you more side effects and complaints, so stop using it. There are almost no interactions with other medications. We only have an interaction with MAO inhibitors and tricyclic antidepressants. They may increase the systemic effects of xylometazoline and increase its systemic side effects like a headache or palpitations, hypertension, these things. It's only rarely, but be careful with MAO inhibitors and TCAs in co-medication with xylometazoline. For pregnancy, long-term use and high dosages can lead to an inhibition of the placental blood flow, and of course this can be dangerous for your pregnancy and your baby, so be very careful with using xylometazoline when pregnant and avoid it if possible. However, short-term use, 5 to 7 days, is allowed, but avoid repeated treatment, and also be very careful when you have hypertension. Then it's a contraindication for the use of xylometazoline. Regarding lactation, it's safe to use according to prescription and will not harm the baby. You can use it for up to 7 days. Also, some contraindication, transphenoidal hypophysosectomy and a transnasal surgical intervention that where the dura mater is seen during the operation. Both are contraindications. Then some last warnings: used for 7 days maximum, but preferably less if possible. Avoid eye contact, especially in patients with narrow angle glaucoma. And lastly, in comorbidities like hypertension, hypothyroidism, diabetes mellitus and prostatic hypertension, be careful because they can have more side effects. So, this was my overview on the use of xylometazoline. I hope you learned something. If you're looking for a shorter or more to the point video, check out the video in the description. I hope you subscribe. I will be making more medical videos, and thank you for watching.